Hello. How are we all doing today? Can't pronounce the name of this map. I really can't. I've tried so many times. I've watched your video, Massey, and I still can't pronounce it. That's not mine. I want to get this displaying on. There we go. I need to hit 9 again to fix it. But this is the Welsh map that got released on FSUK. Ooh! Is the thing going wonky again? The weather's not working now. Why is the weather not working? Did I break something? Oh! Now it is. Okay. Not gonna question that. You're looking forward to the attempts. But there's a link in the description because I was smart and I turned the music up just before the stream and that was a mistake. There's a link in the description so I don't actually need to say it. Hello Jameson Manley. Hello Bay Bay. Still not sorted yet? What do you mean, AC? But yeah, this is a Welsh map. It is stunning. I actually want to take you guys for a drive, and I feel like there's no better tractor to take you for a drive on, or in, than the Hurleman with care wheels. I forgot to turn off auto engine on. There we go. I feel like Dora the Explorer. I really do, and my wheel is being a wonk. Give me a second, I need to fix the wheel. It is detecting his G27 at least, which is always nice. There we go. Who made the map? Alan. It's too nice to not try to, I mean... I'll have a video on your map tomorrow, Louis. I promise you that. I'll do a first look. But this just needed a stream. It's so nice. Beautiful rolling hills and countryside. Let's turn down the time acceleration. Oh. I like that Creator Tools inserted ×3. This does own feels nice. It does feel nice. Hello, Dal. So you got beautiful rolling hills, the world's smallest graveyard. Lots and lots of grass fields. Lots of grass fields, there's no shortage of them. There's sheep everywhere as well. What with it being Wales. And famous, of course, for its sheep. And not much else. Larger terrain variation. Yeah, I mean, this is really... I honestly want to say this is a masterclass in how to make kind of a niche map. A small map. Because this is quite a small map, you know, it's a small to medium sized map. But the detail work is insane. The detail work is just so beautiful. Like, I'm actually I'm driving down this road on purpose because I know there's something really cool down here. Yeah, you got the beautiful forestry, the forest full of oaks, and I think they're oaks. They might be birch trees. No, they're not birch. They're probably oaks. You got the lovely tall hedges, beautiful, just lovely field shapes. Beautiful shirt again. Yes. Gates that are in from the road a bit because it makes sense and not just kind of shoved out on the roadway. And weird and wonderful angles. And now we reach what I actually wanted to kind of show off, and it's that laneway, that little dirt lane. Is this person's first map? I don't know. Bullet Bill will be the one to answer that, and he's not here at the moment. But if you come down the lane, oh no, we're gonna just drive into that gate. Well, no, because there's a turn here. That leads us straight to this gate, which means it's gonna end. Well, no, because there's a turn here too. And it just kind of This lane I love. He created Cannon Valley. Ah! I love this lane because it just brings you off on this kind of adventure. This is why I said I feel like Dora the Explorer. It just... You start going down here and suddenly you're on this adventure through the map because you don't know where this is going to bring you. And I feel like more maps need kind of laneways like this that kind of twist your expectations in a way. Because it brings you from the from the animal shop right down to the BGA and where we started from originally. And just the amount of trees and detail work, and I'm gonna do something I rarely do, which is just stop. Just go straight up. So you guys can get a better idea of how this map truly looks. Because if you go straight up, you get to see a bit more of the map. You get to see the relative size of the fields, you get to see the lovely hilliness of the map, the bumps and dumps. You can even see there's a bit over there, I think that might be the map edge over there. But it's just very few straight lines, all curved and weird and wonderful and going off in weird directions, and trees just everywhere. There's the actual forestry area over there. The vibes you're getting, it's amazing. It's genuinely, this is one of the nicest maps I've looked at in FS17. It's stunning. It's really on par with what Oxy and Bill can come up with. Yes, it's on a smaller scale than they usually do, but just in terms of the detail work, and I'm actually gonna teleport up to field 1-ish because I actually want to take a walk. I want to just walk around a bit. We'll teleport up to this bale point here because this is right beside where you spawn in originally on the map. Because you spawn in, I think, up here somewhere. Let's just go for a walk at ×1 speed, standard speed. You know. You look down there, you see a lovely... What is that? See, now I want to go exploring again. What's down here? A tiny little creek with some gold nuggets dotted around, and that's... This is a water plane I've not seen before. I like it. I like the sound he's put on it as well. It's a little creek that winds its way down through the little valley it's created here. And the little ford to go through. It's not deep, but you know, it'll still cause a splash. It goes down along and just winds its way across the map, I guess. And over here there's more sheep. What's this up here? This is a bale... Oh, this is a bale sell point up here somewhere. I'm guessing you can sell bales here. But what I wanted to show you, this is the reason that I'm on foot, is because I find it's very hard to show off proper details in a tractor. And we will do some farming, I promise. I just wanted to show this area here off. Because last night when I started looking at the map, this is one of the first areas I came across. And, you know, you got the 3 bales here, you got little tiny shed here. This is the... Just kind of a nothing yard. You got farm/lone wolf's sheep race kit. Just for detail work. Some spare gates and bits for this. Even more spare bits, just kind of thrown up against the fence. A couple of maybe empty things. Some fertilizer. No seeds. It's all fertilizer here. It's just like the little details, like this gate being left slightly ajar. Not enough that you can get through it, but just wide enough that it's open. Did your video help at all? Yes, but we were still clueless. Do I reckon this map would make the mod of if Alan sent it to Giants? It would, but not for console. You'd have to take out the pig mixer. Or the feed mixer over if I teleport to here, over here, he'd have to take, it's not this building, is it? No, he'd have to take this building out, basically. The feed mill. This would have to go, but other than that, this is... without looking into the code or GE or anything, I think this is more than ready for giants. I'm just going to turn down the music more, because it's still quite loud. There we go. It's more than ready for giants, in my opinion. So what I want to do now is sell off every piece of equipment on this map. Or most of it, at least. I want to keep the 8340. I want to get rid of pretty much everything else. Because I want to get in some equipment that makes sense. I actually want to keep the skid steer. That's going to be my front loader. This can go. And this can go. This... yeah, this can go. This can go. This can go. That can stay. The weight I don't need. The mower's gonna go. Tether's gonna stay. Windrower's gonna go. That bale wagon's gonna go. Round baler's gonna go because I just don't like round bales. Let's get into the shop. Hey, Bill. I couldn't resist playing this map. I really couldn't. I was gonna stream Lone Oak and talk about the updated Lone Oak, but this map's too good, and I'm intentionally avoiding saying the name because I know I'll screw it up. So let's get the TX34. I feel like this would fit on the map more than the default Massey, or the case. Why did I decide it was a Massey out of nowhere? Nice little 14-foot header for it as well, and we'll get the header trailer for that. In kind of the new holiday, we'll get it in that color, and that's case green. No, we don't want it in not case, class. Screw it, we'll get it matte black, everything, just so it looks threatening. I want to get another tractor as well. Definitely this map. This is one of the best British maps out there. And that is with zero disrespect to Bill and Oxy, it's just... can you get a front... I don't remember if you can get it. We've got dual beacons anyway. What am I actually getting on this? 110 turbo standard, no front loader, front rear mud guards. Yeah, that's good. And I also want to get something that I can run mowers off. Is this the T-dubs that have the... yeah, the front hydraulics. So I get a TW15, because I rarely use this one. With front hydraulics and dual beacons. Forage harvesters I'm not going to touch. Tippers. Tippers. Let's get a Marston. Plows, I don't want one. Let's get the... I may have made a mistake in selling this. The horse wait, does anything I own actually have the power to pull the horse Tirana? 162, 125. Horse Tirana requires 160. It's a bit much. Let's get the Coon Cultimer. It's the Welsh map for me. I know Massey's video is spot on. I'm just bad at pronouncing things. So I'm being a smart girl and not even trying. And let's use the derpy setup that doesn't really work in FS17. Get the front seat thing for that, and the Kuhn S Pro. Actually, no, because Simulation for the Nation decided on this. Let's get the BTF 4000 then. Sprayers. Do I want a sprayer? No. Weeders, mowers. You guys know what mowers I'm gonna go with. Yes, it's the small boys. I like the small boys. So we got the Deutz KM front mower, Pottinger Eurocat that I love, the rear mower. Windrowers, I got rid of that, didn't I? Yep. We've got the Coron Swadro, because I love this. It's my favourite windrower. Balers, we're going to need a baler on this map probably. Let's get... Even though it doesn't work with auto loads, let's get a D9... Is there a D900? D800 yellow UK reg, BKT tires. Now with the red design. And we'll use as a bale trailer. Yeah, the Bailey Flat 16 will do. Delivery space blocked. Easily sorted. Let's just see how big of a mess. Oh god, this is a mess. Hello, Hamish. We're as long as place name is Welsh. Yes, it actually is. There is a place that I think is longer, but is a joke name. And it's somewhere in, I think, New Zealand. Oh, you saw the Channel 4 weather guy pronouncing it. Yeah, Pedro, that was a good joke that he managed to pull off. It's rare that weather people actually manage to pull off jokes. But that place name is just a running joke. So let's get these over to the yard, which I'm where I consider the yard, which is that down by the thingy? Yeah, I think this is the yard down here. Let will be out when it's ready, guys. Lewis has it in his testing system now. I had a quick look around it last night. Found, well, the last couple of nights I've secretly been looking at it. Found a few problems, so I've encouraged him to throw it into testing properly. Hello, Oxy. Shamrock looks stunning, dude. That video is amazing. If you haven't watched Oxygen David's Shamrock trailer video yet, the teaser for Shamrock, you need to watch it. Just get off the stream right now, watch that video, because it's stunning. My jaw almost hit the floor when I saw how pretty the map is. Some people like my idiocy, Pedro. It's hard to believe. But it's true. Because I find it hard to believe. One link posted to the end of the stream. Yes! Please do this. Video skills are a bit rusty. I see you should do videos daily like Landy. Hello Fabio, how am I? I'm good. I'm having a good day today. Got to have a look at the Shamrock Valley trailer. And I'm going to tell a couple stories related to it actually. In the trailer as well, I would consider it a John Deere dealership. I don't think there's John Deere logos, but it's green. And it's right beside the world's most controversial petrol station, the Tesco. In real life, about 10 miles from me, there's a real life John Deere dealership. And about probably 300 yards up the road, there's a Tesco. That does actually have a petrol station, I've realized. I've just remembered that. The Tesco I mentioned to you, Oxy, that actually has a petrol station. So it's even more true to life than I initially thought. And right at the end he shows off kind of the forestry area. And it's like the forestry road looks so similar to a road that I've walked down in real life that it's kind of scary. And that road is about a mile up the mountain. There's no Tesco's in Ireland. There are Tesco's in Ireland. There's one 10 miles from me. But Shamrock just... Oh my god, I was kind of stunned into silence looking at it. Map link for this is in the description, guys, because I didn't want to try and pronounce the name. Massey Fergie did do a video on how to pronounce the name. Tesco petrol stations in Cork. Is there not owned by the University Hospital, Pedro? Do I know where Gurton Ho is? I think so. Why is the Tesco so controversial? Because there was a big argument, a really hilariously huge argument about whether or not Tesco had petrol stations in Ireland. I don't know why. I really don't. But there was. Nice little map. This is an amazing map. Like, it's... You know, people say it's hard to build a map to the same standards as you and Bill. But I'll be very, very, very honest. This is up to those same standards. This is a top tier map. You need to, if you haven't looked around it yet, guys, you need to have a look around this map. You will like it. You will possibly even do what I did last night, which is just walk around it on foot. Because you get to kind of a point with the map where you just want to explore it slowly. Because there's so much to find and so much to look at that driving around it almost does it a disservice. Same standards, if not better. Yeah, it's right up there, top tier map. What do I think about this map? Well, I was going to do Lone Oak today, Fabio, but when I looked at this map last night, and I started having second thoughts. And kind of slept on it. Still hadn't made up my mind until about 40 minutes ago, when I decided, actually no, I need to show this map off. It's too good. This map is actually one of the very rare ones where I decide, you know what, screw what I'd planned for today. I'm playing this map because it needs the exposure. It needs to just be played. I went on it last night and it just begged me to play it. I swear. Because it's just... You have to get a cavity filled today? Well, play this map and it'll all be worthwhile, little cash money. You're happy as it's a Welsh map. There's a lot of people happy it's just happy it's a Welsh map. I'm happy that it's made to such a high standard. Because, Matt, people like to find something to argue about. Oh, Queeveen, this is a stunning map. You guys need to have a look at it. Steam wouldn't let you send them. What was I doing last night? Last night I was actually going through this and Louis' map Letten. Finding problems in Letten and just exploring this. Arm team for the... Oh, it can sit there. Nobody's sheds are ever big enough for that bloody rake. No shed on any map has managed to fit that rake yet. Does that give me any feels of places? Honestly, I mean this in the nicest possible way. It's generic UK map made to a good standard. Very good kind of first public map. I know you've worked on a few before, but very good first public map. you definitely have a lot of potential in your mapping style, and some stuff that I think you know you can improve on. Oakfield has... Okay, there's very few sheds that that bloody rake will fit into. It's annoying. Let's see, I've got room now, so what was I trying to get? Oh yes, I was trying to get the Bailey Flat 16. And I want it with the front and rear mabobs on it. That is a really... Oh god, this won't fit anywhere. Can I even get this thing out of the shop? Let's just do... Oh, I may swap out for a different bale trailer in the very near future. This is a bit long for the map, I think. I thought it was 16 foot long, not 16 bloody meters. Flat 16 is 36 foot. Why does it have 16? Bailey trailers are nice, but hard to fit on smaller maps. Yeah, this is, I think, a bit too big for this map. Should get the Marshalls. That's probably what I'll put in, Morton, is the Marshalls. Because they're nice, smallish sizes. Well, I say smallish. They're nice, logical size. This is longer than the sheds. Hey, sideways. I'm good. I'm doing good. Trailer is far too Brazil. I mean, you could probably stretch it to Brazil if it was a small bit longer. And you parked it in Japan. Yeah, this trailer's... understatement of the year right here. This trailer's a small bit too big for this map. Mainly because it won't fit into, like, any of the sheds ever. I've just realized, by the way, this isn't actually supposed to be the main yard. This is just the cow yard. The main yard is where the combine was at the very start, which is when did this map come out? Yesterday. It was released on FSUK yesterday. I've kind of been looking forward to it and looking forward to having a go at it. I didn't, and I mean this in the nicest possible way, didn't expect it to be this good. This is so much of a higher standard than I was kind of fearing and expecting. Play with Fahy, Sim and Daggerwin. Quivin, do you understand just how difficult that would be to arrange? Like, just trying to get Fahy and Sim in the same place at the same time is difficult. Trying to get Daggerwin in on top of that would be almost impossible. Because we all have our own little schedules that we go off. Daggerwin's got a job, Fahy's got a job, Sim's got a job, I'm looking for a job. It just wouldn't be doable. I think this map would be really good for... No, don't do that. Really good for grass work, so I might do... might do a bit of mowing down in field 20, whatever it is down there. How'd you get the teed up to smoke? We bought it some Marlboros last week, and it's just developed the smoking habits ever since. No, Landy wanted it to have the smoke script, so he asked, I think it was Pizza Wheel, to put smoke on it, and Pizza Wheel overdid it, so Landy tweaked the script to make it a bit better. The front hydraulic is thanks to... I can't remember who did it, but somebody in MadXJS Discord tweaked the T-dubs that Matt did to give it front hydraulic, just so that it has a few extra uses available. And yeah, that's how this tractor came about. It's a pile of edits. Smoke is so simple to add. Yes, but not if you're an idiot like me or Landy, Pedro, and you know it. I'll just say just like me, because Landy can do some stuff that I have no idea how to do. So that's Mofield 28 here, which may be a lot bigger than I think it is. It looks rather small, but I get the feeling it's actually a lot bigger. Has this map got multi-terrain angle? I don't know, Aid. I honestly don't. I've not actually done any field work on this map. This is going to be the first bit of farming work, even though it's grass work, that I've done. And the only reason that I'm doing grass work, you'll find out in a second. I'm going to pause the music for this as well. Because the reason that I'm doing grass work is because of this sound. That rear mower sounds amazing, and I love it. It sounds like an old, battered, kind of overused mower. The reason I'm using these mowers is because they just look good on older equipment, which is what I'm using on this map. Did I try the mobile crops mod? No. I can see a point to it. Yes, it has multi-terrain angle. Thank you, Millennium. There you go, it does have multi-terrain angle. I think it's based off the Frontier Design starter map, so it might not be that much of a surprise. Such a good sound. This is like, it just sounds like a mower that has had a long working life and maybe been a bit abused. And it's a sound that kind of has a bit of a story behind it. Field defs are doing field defy things apparently. It also has grazing mod. Ooh, need to get that mod in. Still think I could pronounce it? Probably, but I'm not going to try. I'm too smart for that, Massey. I know that trick. An old 165 more would be good in this game. There's a lot of old stuff that I think would fit on a lot of maps. The poor T-Dub just has a pack of Marlboros a minute at the moment. It is going mental. Poor T-Dub, it's got a problem. But I mean, at least the smoke tells you it's working. How much have you missed? About 36 minutes and 26 seconds. According to the YouTube live dashboard. So not much. Looks like you when you're driving. Can't wait for the 148. That looks like it's going to be a good mod. I mean, it is, granted, just a basically a tweak of the 135 from what I can see. But it looks good. Any small Ford tractor mods? The only ones that are really any good are... There's a Ford pack out there that has some questionable textures on it. That's quite good though. And you got the T-Dubs by Matt. And that's kind of it for Fords. It's a bit of a shame. Ford is really underrepresented in terms of mods that are out there. I wish there were more, I really do, because the colour scheme on old Fords is amazing. The blue and white with the black stripe going down it, just beautiful. I kind of wish as well there were the old Ford Forces, the 3, 4, 5 and 7000 series. Looking forward to Holden Brown on Shamrock. Yeah, there's a lot I'm looking forward to on Shamrock. I've got kind of equipment lined up in my head for Shamrock. And kind of earmarked, but I don't know exactly how I'll be using it. Such a shame Giants don't have a license for Ford tractors. It kind of is in a way, yeah. There's a lot of stuff that it's a shame Giants don't have a license for. You know, it's mainly old, defunct brands. So it's not really surprised that the license isn't there, because nobody can really give out the license, and whoever owns it doesn't really want that license advertised anymore. JCB 150 would be nice. Fast Track 150 would be nice. If you've got the Modern Classics pack, you can have a Fast Track 150. Modern Classics DLC from MadXJS. The low price of €5. Don't New Holland have it? New Holland owned the company. I think Ford Cars still owns the actual Ford branding. Yeah, Dakota, don't advertise sites that just steal DLC and steal mods and steal anything that can be downloaded. Those sites need to go away, and the people who run them need to just... They need to learn, like, the people who run those sites and own those sites need to lose every single penny they have made from them. Because they are disgusting human beings. Modhub.us, modhubus.com. Modhub.us is the worst, by far. Like, the guy who runs that, he doesn't deserve any money from that site. That site shouldn't exist. I really wish Giants would go after him. Oh, Itchy. Marshall 4, good David Brown. David Brown is a brand that's really missing. Also, the mod download links that try to give you viruses, yeah. The occasional one that'll install ransomware in your PC, apparently. Just launched this with Seasons. Simulation for the Nation was playing this with Seasons just before my stream. You should sub to him, by the way, if you haven't. He's a really nice guy. Really chill streamer. Isn't there still copyright on mods? Yep. Which means it's very, very easy to get your mod taken off ModHub.us if you want to. What else needs to be in the game, like, that isn't already? And I'm not going to count John Deere. I'm going to count John Deere as being in the game because of the FS19 license. Class, I think, should be in the game at some point. Although I've heard some stuff that kind of indicates that it's more difficult than people might want to like to believe. Landini is a brand that would be nice in game. McCormick, as much as Landini and McCormick are kind of associated with the worst games, just because he's a nice guy. Yeah, Steve. He's a nice guy. He does nice chill streams. He's got a good taste in mods. Fiat would be nice. Versatile would be nice. Kubota, yeah. What other brands are really missing? Ursus, I think, should come back. I really think Ursus should come back into the game with a bit of a bigger presence. The Italian tractor brand, conveniently with the same name as a major car brand, Ferrari, I think should be in the game, just for the comedy reasons. Mercedes, the MB track, I'd love to see that in the game. And the Unimog, for that matter. As default equipment. We have no Landinis, we have a Lamborghini. Leyland, Marshall, yeah. Before Glengar gets here, another brand that I think I'd love to see in game would be McHale. Mercedes, yeah, Mercedes make the Unimog. It's based on the old MB track. And still being produced. Best mod in farm sim history, in my opinion. See, that's really hard to say. Because there's so many different kind of ways you can classify a best mod. Is it scale? Is it quality? Is it kind of my own personal feelings on it? Because in terms of scale, it's probably either Seasons or Soil Mod. Probably Seasons. In terms of quality, probably the T-dubs. For vehicles, it's hard to determine quality for a script. In terms of my own personal opinion, it's kind of in between Seasons and Creator Tools. Because Creator Tools are super is like one of the most useful mods out there. Matt's just throwing a fit now because I said the T-dubs are good. MR for 13. Yeah, FS13 spec MR was fantastic. I feel like they're all kind of slipped in 17 spec MR. It just doesn't feel right. If we fix the issue with the trees, not the trees, the hills, then yeah, MR would definitely be up there. I forgot drive control's a mod Millennium. Yeah, drive control just because it's so kind of ubiquitous with people. It's such a universal mod now that people just... I forget that drive control is a thing. And I get really confused when I go into a game with no mods and there's no shuttle control. Is there such a thing as a gearbox mod? There is. It was actually updated today. For people who use a gearbox mod, that was updated today on the mod hub. So Blaj will be happy. Gearbox mod got a bit of coverage. He'll appear now. Did somebody say gearbox? That got updated today. Gearbox mod is fantastic. I do like it. I just don't use it because I don't like the way that it... I don't want to have to try and bind up 17 extra keys. What's the most annoying mod? Honestly, Steve, it's any mod that I think is... like, I think looks good. And then I... like, load it into the game and it's just disappointing. They always annoy me so much. So there's hundreds of mods that I count as the most annoying. The Merlot would be one of them, actually, because... it's so annoying looking at it and seeing that the textures could so easily have been improved. And they just weren't. And it annoys me that ARM Team decided that was a good idea. Not to hate on the Merlot, it's one of my favourite mods from FS13, but the way that it currently is kind of a disappointment to its old glory. When it was the mod that pretty much everybody used as a telehandler. Try to class Cougar more. That's another one that'll be an annoyance. Like, the annoying mods are the ones that look like they should be better, or like should be better, and just disappoint, or don't work at all. The Class Cougar, I'd love to see that in game, but none of the Class Cougar mods I've ever seen have actually worked. Where is the... there is a tether on this map somewhere, and I don't know where it is. Oh, there it is. Because I want to make some hay while the sun's shining. How do you pronounce this map? Yes. Like, I think anybody who looks at mods a lot will agree that the most annoying mods are the ones that disappoint. Like, you can have a million fantastic mods, you can have a million bad mods. but you always find the most annoying ones are the ones that you just find disappointing. Because you expect so much more from them and you just get so little. If you're Pedro, it's anything with a bad dirt skin. This map's hardly been updated already, has it? Hello, Leaky. I'm a bit of a busy day because I'm looking at this beautiful Welsh map that I'm refusing to try and pronounce the name of, so I'm just calling it the really nice Welsh map. Much to the annoyance of the people who want to try and get me to say the name. But honestly, this is one of my favorite maps now, even though it's only been out a day. It's my favorite DLC. Modern classics, I guess. Like, I'm trying to think what's added the most stuff that I found really useful, and honestly, it's modern classics. Like, from Giants, it's Coon for FS17, for sure. But, overall, like, things that have been classed as DLC, Modern Classics by Matt. By a country mile. It's got stuff that you just wouldn't see otherwise. That kind of... the Modern Classics. Yeah, the horse-free DLC / mod is fantastic too. In fact, would I put that again? I'd maybe put that ahead of Coon. Like, as a Giants-made thing. Except for the fact that it's free, and I'd be more ready to call it a mod because of the fact that it's free. But Horse is fantastic. Coon is really good, but I just don't think it's up to the standards of Matt's DLC, honestly. As for the worst, for FS17, Platinum. I'm afraid to say, Platinum, the biggest, most kind of anticipated DLC from Giants. Giants didn't make Horse, well, then, oh dear. Then yeah, Coon is Giants' best DLC. I think Coon is better than Horse. See, Horse came with so much. That's the thing. Is it bad on Giants is the best DLC is Modern Classics? I think not, because, you know, Matt made that as a community DLC. He made it for the players, really. Giants make their DLCs kind of for the brands more than anything else. And sometimes they're absolute hits, sometimes they're misses, and that happens. You know, you look at FS13, you had the Ursus DLC, which was a smash hit. Gold Edition, which just blew right up because it had some really nice stuff. But then you also had that Lintrack thingy, the little kind of the milk float DLC, which just wasn't very good. Nobody really used it. Ropa DLC, I will say, as much as I find a lot of the equipment kind of matchy with what's in game already, it's nice to have variety. You love that little weird little milk float DLC kind of thing? I mean, I used it when I revisited 13 and I actually thought it was quite good. I just never used it back in 13 because I never saw the point of it. If you are enjoying the stream, by the way, guys, there's, what, 79 people in here right now. That's amazing. You're all amazing, all 79 of you. Hit the like button. Let's see if we can get up to 100 likes today. There's a lot of people here, so I'm doubling what I usually ask for, which is 50. Let's see if we can get up to 100 likes today. And if you're really enjoying this map, you know, the more likes we get today, by the way, the more likely it is that I'll do some videos on this map too. Because I really do like it. If you're really enjoying, feel free to subscribe as well. Don't be afraid. And I don't know, has YouTube changed the name of sponsorships yet? Because I got an email today saying, yeah, we're changing the name of sponsorships to channel membership because we don't know what we're doing, and our market research has shown that people are 7.2% more likely to do the thing. So I don't know what YouTube's playing at, changing the name of something that has an established name, because reasons of why not, I guess. Can I please TED this bit? Thank you, game. I get the distinct feeling, by the way, guys, that landing might just be on this map as well, in a little over an hour's time. Because we were very excited by it yesterday when we were looking at it. It's only really Welsh people, yes. Because me and Landy were watching your video dozens of times last night and talking each other through it, and we couldn't figure it out. Even with the video. I guess really you need to learn the Welsh language to learn how to pronounce the map, because otherwise people will just call it yeah. Gwenddwr. There you go, there's an attempt, bad attempt, at trying to pronounce it as it looks. That's why it's your most viewed video. Yeah, because we were spam watching it to try and figure it out. Please see the 9 map, sure. It's quite a small map. Kind of, I don't want to say it's small, it's kind of medium sized. All we need now is a Scottish map. A good Scottish map. Don't somebody just put some hills on a flat map and say this is Scottish now. It's a medium-sized map. Nice variety of field sizes, nice variety of field shapes. Really quite fun to explore, like I did last night, and I'll probably just keep doing kind of off-camera, just exploring the map. And I'll probably, if I continue on this map, do it on camera too, because it's just a map you kind of naturally want to explore a bit more. It's a Welsh map, yes. And nobody knows how to pronounce it that doesn't speak English. Wasn't Lawfault Scottish? Yeah, but I always got put off by the square fields on Lawfaults. Personally. One shopping game, these re-downloaded but it won't work. Are you definitely saving it into your mod folder, GP? Because it's got to be in your mod folder for it to work. Not even trying it, yeah. Myself and Landy spent about half an hour trying last night, and it just, no. Did I just say that doesn't speak English? Derpy-doo. Derpy-derpy-derpy-doo. Dave strikes again with his random weird things that he says that are wrong. One day I will learn to English. And that day will be the day that I quit YouTube, because all of my comedy will be gone, because it's all based around me failing at words. Have I seen the little road through the rain? Yes, I have, and it's amazing. You've tried. I've not. I've not. Just... I don't want to insult people. I don't want to insult people by butchering this fantastic map's name. Massey's got a video on how to pronounce it, which me and Landy spam watched last night, and yeah, we're no closer to figuring it out. Even though he says it 3 or 4 times in the video. Yeah, no. Do I speak Irish? Yes. Ciúnas bóthar can in banya. And the 6 people in the chat that can speak Irish are now laughing because they've realised what I've done. Or whoever's Irish will recognise that little sentence. And yeah, probably be laughing because they know where I got that little sentence from and what it actually means. You try to say it as clear as possible. It's not you that's the problem, Massey. It's us being idiots. Welcome back, Lewis. Let's put this away. We'll get the Gwenddwr into the field now. I think we'll use the... We'll use the T-dub again. We'll use the Fiat to bail. Kind of unintentionally gone all New Holland. Because, with the exception of the Ford, everything else is New Holland on this map. Gohuntak. You know how good CD? Hello, Bucko. Let's windrow this up so we can bail it. Speak rough Irish, but not much. Same! It's the same as pretty much anybody else in Ireland. The Irish is just kind of bleh. It's problem. You love doing farming. I guess that works. See, CD, are you giving an All Ireland speech? Tá on áthas orm. I do love how every All Ireland speech starts with the now obligatory "I am very happy" in Irish. It's like the one sentence everybody knows. It's really a nice map, has a great feel to it. It really is, Bucko. It's... I would count this as a top tier map. It's right up there with Oxy and Bullet Bill in terms of quality and feel and just playability in general. Like, if you like UK maps, you need to download this one if you're on PC and give it a go, because it's just that good. Look at me actually getting a corner vaguely correct. Don't forget I can extend the rake. I am aware of that, Foxtrot. It is made by the same guy, Bucko. And experience has certainly served him well. Cannon Valley was a very good map. Wasn't without its problems, and this is just... This is what happens when you learn. From maybe little mistakes that you make in modding and mapping and what life in general is, you get better. You take your time, you get better, you come up with some fantastic stuff eventually. If I say Senan. If I say Senan what, Massey? It's on FSUK. It's not on the mod hub. I think he's one of the FSUK guys. He's probably never gonna upload to Giants. There's some people who just don't want to. Just want to upload to FSUK because that's where they've always done it. That's where they've always downloaded mods, and they've just got that loyalty there. Some people want to get their maps out to as many people as possible, so they'll upload to Giants. Some people just want to stick with what they know, which is usually FSUK or someplace like that. It's Kenan, try Kenan. What about Senan? Are you trying to get Kenan? Is that better, Massey? Is that a better pronunciation of it? Loving the tractor. I do love these T-dubs. I don't use them as much as I used to. But do love the T-dubs. They fit on most maps, I find. Especially UK. Well, they fit on almost any UK map, because almost anywhere in the UK you're likely to find a T-dub out working a field somewhere. Maybe not, you know, Lone Oak, but they do look good on Lone Oak. What noise did I just make? So, Massey, you saying Kenan is not correct. So you're not supposed to like have a seizure mid saying that word. Whoops. Wrong button. Hello, Evil Knievel. How you doing today, dude? Gwenddwr. What's a T-dub? This is a T-dub. Ford TW series, commonly known as T-dubs. Massey, the Masseys would suit well. You pick any tractor that's like reasonably common or from the UK, it'll fit this map. CVF. But any UK tractor basically will fit on this map because it's in the best possible way generic. Yeah, it's based on Wales, but it could be anywhere in the UK really. Fastric 8310 could fit on this map, yeah. I wouldn't personally go very big with the equipment because you'd find the map would get very small very quickly. But if you picked like small to medium sized equipment, then yeah, it'll fit. Is this PC only? Yes, Matty, I'm afraid. The map maker decided to upload to FSUK, which doesn't have a way to get stuff on console. And that's the map maker's choice at the end of the day. T7 would look good on this map? Yeah. What I think would fit the most, and I know Simulation for the Nations kind of jumped on this, is Maddox Jess's Modern Classics DLC. Now I do have the Combine from that because I just love that Combine. But I think the DLC as a whole, if you use that as starter equipment, you're gonna be in a nice place. TW15 is a great choice. There's one down the road hauling boats. See, Massey, I told you that me just picking and choosing based on what I felt would fit would be good. Was a good idea. Usually, I pick equipment that just fits. Because I look at the map and I look at the field and I kind of try and guess what the farmers in real life would think. How is this map? Fantastic, drum lover. If you've got a PC, if you've got Farm Sim on PC, get this map. Seriously. It's that good. Hello, Rory. What monitors do I have? AOC. Even John Deere's would fit. Like small, kind of older John Deere's that won't fit into any sheds ever. So let's just park it up over here somewhere. Just park it here, screw it. You use the Streel wheel. I occasionally do use the Streel wheel. What's a Streel wheel? You mean steering wheel? Yes, I'll use it for bailing. Do I promise it's good? I promise it's good. When myself and Landy both look at a map independently and say, yeah, this is, yeah. We were both recommending it to simulate last night, and even though he's got a plan drawn up for the remainder of FS17, I think he might change it so that he can show off this map. Like, the animation is so slow. This is, I think, the first time I've used the D1000, D800 on the channel. So I will say this thing is loud. If you didn't guess that already from the fact that it's really loud. And it doesn't produce standard bales. They look a bit derpy. And by a bit derpy, that's a bale. They've been rescaled slightly. They don't work with auto stackers too well, if at all. So I will have to manually stack these bales again. This will be a good map for multiplayer. This will be, I guess, a good map for multiplayer, yeah. Can I please show you the animal farms? Sure. So, if I zip over to here, this is the cow farm. Cows are... The cow icon is in this shed here, so this is probably your cow shed. Massey has warned me that you need to muck it out quite regularly, else you'll be up to your knees in poop. This is the chicken area, and I actually want to pop down a placeable over here real quick. This can go and sit beside that, just there. That's an egg collector mod. It'll collect the eggs. It is just a mini lighthouse. It's been kind of shrunk down a lot, and that'll collect the eggs for me magically. If I hop over here and head up this road over here, we'll get to the sheeps. Which are apparently through over here. Here's the sheep field. It's quite small, actually. Is the map available? It is available, but only on FS UK. Bad boy, so if you don't have a PC version of Farm Sim, unfortunately you can't play this map. There's your water point, by the way. I just found that myself. Let's head back down the road to the yard. Or to the baler, I guess. Care's really cool. The muck areas for straw and grass feed. The shed opposites for team outside chain. Oh, that's nice. I like it when people do that. Do I want to get a car? Yes, I'm turning down the game volume because that baler is... I need to tweak the baler because the sounds are too much. So I'll do that after the stream. Where is this map based? It's near Powys in Wales. So it's a really nice Welsh map. One of the very few Welsh maps I've seen. And Welsh maps have this weird habit of being really good. It is 110%. If you like British maps, give this a download. It is stunning. Really well optimized, really nicely made, really detailed in areas. I actually particularly like the yards because they feel small and cluttered and kind of messy. And you guys know I love that in yards. It's just a really nice... Just really nice in general. Really nice road texture. Yeah, I mean... I'll be blunt. It's a bit of a shame that this map isn't available on console. Seasons works. Seasons does work. The grazing mod, for anybody who wants to use that, does work on this map as well. I've heard conflicting stories about multi-terrain angle. It may or may not work. Who made this map? Alan. It's in the description because I can't remember the sequence of letters. DNFTR04, DNFRTR04. It's in the description, and you can get a link to the map in the description as well. So do check out the description. The map link is after the Dora the Explorer joke. It is actually Drumlover, an English modder, that made it, but he particularly likes this area of Wales, so that's why it was made. Much like Oxy making Shamrock Valley, you don't particularly... GNFTR04. Modder's American. I thought he was English. Okay, I'll take my loss then. I'll take my wrongness and shame. Because this is such a good British map, I genuinely thought it was somebody who lived in the UK that made it. Was make it into FS19. I don't know. It's up to the mod author. It's up to GNFTR04. I have it hyped out of 10 after the trailer that Oxy hit up today. 12. I'll be very blunt. I watched that trailer and on my phone. I actually want to watch it on my PC full screen later on. So he's gonna get a second view out of me. I watched it on my phone earlier and I was kind of looking at it and I was like, that looks familiar. That looks really familiar. That reminds me of this place. And then a bit later on, like, that reminds me of this place, and that reminds me of this place. And there's one shot in the trailer that is really reminiscent of Sandy Bay. Is Shamrock Valley in testing? It's going into testing very soon. I don't know if it's in testing just yet. There's a trailer for Shamrock Valley. Yes, Boko. On Oxygen David's YouTube channel earlier today, he put out the trailer for Shamrock Valley. And oh my god, is it just... Okay. I'm going to use words that I've never used before for an Irish map. And those words are convincing and perfect. It just from that trailer, it just is Irish. He's done an amazingly good job on it. And it's generically Irish in the best way. In that you can kind of say, well, it's here, or maybe it's here. And, it's kind of a new gold standard for Irish maps. You don't think you want to spoil? You do, Boko, trust me. You do want to spoil it for yourself because you need to get even more hype from that trailer. You need to see that trailer because it's actually going to get you more excited for the map. Did I not know those words? Donetsk is unfinished and never going to be. The boy up the road from Jim's house. That I realized in, what was it, March or April, that I wanted to do so much to change the map and to fix it and get it ready that it just, I wouldn't have had the time. Frontier the gold standard of map making? Yeah. Basically anybody involved with Frontier, even the guys that aren't officially Frontier members, they're so good at map making that it's difficult to go beyond that little group of map makers for anything else. And the guys involved with Frontier are GNFTR04, Lewis 7810, who is working on Letting Farm. It's very close to being finished. There's a few rough edges that I've seen that I've told him about and helping him fix. But it should be going through his testing system fairly quickly. It looks like there's not too many rough edges on it. Nathan, who has, I think, taken a break from GE in general, which is why Maple, whatever it is, his map hasn't been updated yet. The update isn't out yet. Dusty Dave, who is working on Bessie Beneath, which again looks like a really stunning map, based in Dorset, I think. I want to say Dorset. Southwest of England. And of course, Oxen, David and Boat Bell. And then you got Farm, aka Lone Wolf, who is the master of making models. Matt XGS as well now, with the partnership that was announced yesterday, who's going to be helping out the maps as well. And possibly making use of the Frontier test team, I would imagine. Drumard I don't like. I don't like the square fields, I'll be honest. Does it look like real Ireland? Yes. It looks like generic Ireland, which usually it might sound like an insult by me saying, oh, it's a very generic looking map, but it's generic in the way that you can kind of just say wherever you want is the setting for the map. And I'm really looking forward to having a look kind of in person at the map and just exploring it for a while when I get my hands on it. Let's do a bit of harvesting as well. Why not do a bit of harvesting? Is modding for Frontier or being a tester? Both, from what I understand. He's going to help with making buildings and whatnot for Frontier. And he does help with testing as well. He might not do much for the testing, but he does. He knows enough to be able to help. This trailer is probably a bit big for the header. But it shall do, it shall suffice. And of course, Matt's going to be making his own few mods as well. Don't expect, like, with Matt and Frontier joining forces, kind of officially, that there's going to be a massive amount of new mods from them in FS19. They've been working together for months now, and you guys have been seeing the benefits of it. It's just kind of an official label has finally been put on the partnership. So worst and best ever base game. Worst ever base game is AgriSim. Because that doesn't work. Best ever base game is FS17 so far. Maybe use the buys on header trailer. I probably should. I'll make do with this. I think there is a header trailer for the New Holland. There actually is a header trailer for the New Holland that I forgot about. But we're gonna make do with this because I did it stupid. Told you should watch it, bucko. It's a video you have no regrets with. It is. Shamrock Valley is just beautiful. It's you guys might think that I'm just saying this stuff because I'm friends with Oxy. No, it's because I genuinely believe Shamrock Valley is just... That video took my breath away this morning when I watched it. It's rare that I just can't. And I just couldn't. What am I going to use on Shamrock equipment-wise? Now that would be telling. That would be telling. If I were to spoil the equipment I want to use on Shamrock Valley, that'd be telling. and everybody would want to use the same equipment. So I'm going to keep that a secret until the first stream of Shamrock Valley. I'm looking forward to seeing what the starter equipment is, honestly. Because, like, I've got my idea, I've got my own kind of, in my head, starter equipment that I'd give from the base game on Shamrock. So I'm kind of interested in seeing what Oxy decides is good starter equipment. But to be fair, my starter equipment is just kind of generic Irish map starter equipment that I give on any Irish map. Shamrock took your breath away. I mean, yeah. What's the worst and best ever Giants made map? Best ever, in my opinion, is Hagenstadt, just because it felt so real. Worst is... It's really between Sosnovka and Estancia La Pacha. The way that Estancia La Pacha is in FS17 at least. It might be a bit better, if not a lot better in FS19, but the way that it just... It's just so empty. But it's not interesting to me. But Sosnovka is just so dull and boring. It almost feels like Sosnovka is a gulag. Not a fan of the main yard. I love them. I actually like the main yard. Town, it's so similar to Thornton. Do you know, it reminds me of, I think it's... Where is it in Wexford? And I know it's not the case in Shamrock, but where is it in Wexford where it's basically a one-way system? I want to say it's Gorey. Where there's like this one-way system where it's the only way to get through the town. Especially for trucks, where you've got to like go across a bridge because it's the only way the truck will fit. And they've kind of, because trucks are so common around there, that they just have to do it like that. Bjornholm is a good Giants map as well, yeah. And Goldcrest Valley, like they're all good maps, but I guess because it was in the first farm sim I played, I just love Hagenstadt. I don't play it in FS17 because it's an FS13 map, and I don't like maps that just keep getting converted for no real good reason. Especially the Giants maps, because the Giants maps are made kind of to show the game off more than anything else. And Giants do have specific requirements for maps, like, I don't know if you guys know this, but any Giants map has to accommodate every single piece of equipment. So, Giants won't ever make a small map because it won't accommodate the biggest equipment. And if they made a British map, it would be just so far from what would be realistic for the UK that it's not worth them even trying, because it would just... People would be so impressed that it would put them off the game, maybe. It's say converting Giants maps. I think so, yeah. Well, there's no problems with Giants testing for Shamrock. Well, Frontier testing has to come first, and after seeing Lone Oak go through Frontier testing, I can tell you for a fact that the Frontier guys tear the map to shreds through testing. Every tiny detail gets tested. So, when there's a failure in Giants testing, it's usually something that's hilariously tiny and silly. I hope Giants maps in FS19 we have decent. I hope so too. I mean, we know Sancho Patch is probably going to be one of them. We know one of them is going to be American. VF and Simulate know what the PDA looks like, so they'll be able to say a bit more than me on that front, but I do hope they're a lot better. I've heard that they're not all square fields. I have heard there are funky shaped fields. Probably be this combine, some funky old style tractors equipment. That is what I use for Shamrock. I've got kind of an equipment list, and I think there's so far there's 2 different combines in the list, maybe 3, and I've not fully decided which one I want to go with. As for tractors, there's about 12. Mowers, there's about 3 different sets. Like I am planning out Shamrock Valley equipment, and it's kind of difficult because there's so many of the mods that I choose are based on what I see around me. So it's kind of difficult. It'll really depend on when I get on the map the first time how I feel about it. That's when I'll start making my final decisions on equipment. Maybe a hint that the in-game work will be better. I've heard it's been completely reworked. Do I know how many tractors I'm going to have in Shamrock? No. That's kind of a secondary thing, is it'll depend on how big the starter fields are. I might start off with just the 1 tractor. Might start off with just 2 tractors. It also depends on what exactly I want to do with Shamrock as a series, because I will be doing videos on Shamrock Valley. So odds are it won't be a challenge map per se. Although I might do a challenge that would fit videos. Insanity I never felt would fit videos. But I do have a list of ideas that I have. See you, Ozzy. Sleep well, dude. I hope I didn't give you too many heart attacks with my driving today. Been trying to behave. So what do you guys think of this map? I don't think I've asked that yet. You guys have had a decent amount of time to see me on it and kind of download it and look at it for yourselves. What do you guys think of this map, this Welsh map that I genuinely love? It is so good. We got, what, 62 people in here right now. Hello, Model Farmer 990. Got 62 people in here right now. Number 1, hit the like button. Number 2, give me your thoughts on the map. You like it, Lives? Yes. I think this is a map maker's map, really. Because map makers can see all the little details kind of a bit more than players at times. And just the sheer amount of work that's gone into this is stunning. The detail work just is amazing. It's amazing. Yeah, Dave, I'm with you there. Downloading a Drum Lover, that is a good plan. Multi-train is not working for you. I've heard from a few people that it's not working. I'll need to attack a field with a cultivator and or seeder to figure that out myself. But that has been reported by a few people, Aid. So it might not just be you, it might be that the multi-terrain has failed. That does happen sometimes. That the shader just doesn't want to pick up a multi-terrain correctly. And it unfortunately fails. If that's the case, then I'm sure Bullet Bill will be more than happy to help GNFTR get it working again. Hello, Rebel County. You're going to do a realistic challenge on I'm going to restart and go for Modern Classics DLC for the fleet. That's a good idea there, James. And this is a real map for kind of older equipment, not necessarily new big stuff, but I know Landy was telling me what he kind of plans on using on this map, and yeah, I'm very much in agreement with him there. But it's definitely a map for smaller, older style equipment. I think 4 headlands should be enough for this field, so we'll start going up and down once we reach the final corner down the other end. I mean, you could still do it, Liz. Your map's not out yet. Didn't FSUK test say it was perfect? Perfect is just kind of a classification of FSUK, which means there's very, very, very few problems with it. It's not like perfect, but it does mean there's very few problems. You're not going to have major issues with this map. If you do, it's probably a mod you're using. Hello, TMCC and Lewis Gosden. That's what the FSUK perfect tag means. It's just that you're not going to have issues. Or you shouldn't, at least. You might have a weird situation where 7 different mods conflict and break the map somehow, but it's not the problem of the map. If you're enjoying this stream, by the way, guys, I'm going to give you a quick reminder that you can hit that like button. We're aiming for somewhere in between 50 and 100 likes. The more the better, the more the merrier on that front. And if you haven't done so already, feel free to subscribe as well. How am I? I'm in a really good mood today. Good maps put me in good moods. This is a map that's got me in a really good mood. Because I downloaded it tonight because everybody was saying, oh, you should download this map and have a look at it. And I'd heard about it and I thought, oh, yeah, that's a map that I've been meaning to look at when it was released. Because I'd known about this for a while, and people were saying, oh my god, Dave, you need to look at it. And I kind of took no notice because people always say, oh, you should look at this map because they're friends of the map maker or whatever. Downloaded this last night, had a look at it. Wow, was I stunned. I went on a happy rant on TeamSpeak. Just looking through the map and just looking at all the magnificent detail work that had gone in. Thank you to the person who's unsubscribed, by the way. I see you. Hello, Kian. How are you doing today? Let's put the pipe away. Let's get the combine on the go again. Probably better if I reverse first so that I can pull in properly. Yeah, this is a special map. This is one of the rare ones that I think is just going to be universally liked. Wheat boys! It's a map where I don't actually mind manually stacking the bales either, because I feel like it just adds to it. Although I've just realised I will need a front loader to do that, so I think, as much as I'm overusing it at the moment, I think I'll get the load all because I feel like the load all will fit on this map nicely. Yet another map where Dave decides the load all is a good fit, because the load all fits on pretty much any map. I swear I've heard this music somewhere before. Like in a game somewhere before. Phoenix might be like to make more this size. Yeah, like this is kind of a really good size for maps because it's big enough that you can farm over a with some decent sized equipment, and small enough that you can throw tons of detail in. The articulated JCBs are a really good fit. No, I don't like that though. Really don't like that. Using the Hurlement, you get a starter equipment with the tiptoe tires. Interesting decision, Tino. Very interesting decision indeed. Letton's very, very small. Yeah. You can go too small with maps, I think. You can go too big with maps. Sticking with standard and just lopping bits off to suit what your map wants to be, I think is a good middle ground. It just gives you room to work on details and gives you enough space that players can kind of explore and feel free. Here's a question for chat. How many fields does Lytton have? I didn't actually check. I was more interested in finding the problems last night. That I didn't really check the fields. I am glad though, Lewis, that the shed... I did see that message. The shed does seem to have fixed the problems. Which... doesn't surprise me. Just me and Landy streaming tonight. Simulation for the Nation was streaming earlier, Bradley. You should definitely consider subscribing to him. He streams at 4 o'clock Irish time on, I think, Monday, Wednesday and Friday usually. Except it's today, isn't today Thursday? He streams at 4 o'clock when he streams. I don't know when he streams. It's not necessarily the polycount that caused it, Lewis. It might have been the actual textures and shaders being used on that shed. But the polycount definitely didn't help. Because each plank of wood was multiple polys, and that never works well. So that shed is a known problem. You had to play this map? Yeah. Or outdated shaders, that is another problem. Especially with the NI sheds, unless you take them from one of Oxier Bill's maps. For the rest of the night, yeah, it's just me and Landy, I think. New Ross? What about New Ross, SS? Is it New Ross where you gotta go down by the river? Because the only time I've been to New Ross in real life, because I'm going off pro mods and I know that that road is real. The only time I've been to New Ross in real life, into New Ross town, I was getting the Euro ferry over to Fishguard to go to Oakwood. The theme park over there in Wales. I don't recall driving through New Ross much more than that. Got a lot of relatives down there, so I've been in the New Ross area a lot, but don't recall being through New Ross all that much. You are, Donald? Hello? I've been to Oakwood twice. I've only been the once. I was quite young. Adam Powell, thank you very much for subscribing. Welcome to the RainbowDave Madhouse. Hope you enjoy your stay. One place I actually want to go again is Barcelona. I want to go for like a weekend break or something. And just kind of explore the city, see the architecture there. Did I break something? Why? What makes you ask that, farming man? The stream's been going actually surprisingly well. Nothing's really broken, and I've just been sat here chilling, enjoying this map because it's the kind of map that I just enjoy chilling on. I might have a rare situation where I want to do some off-camera work on this map. Although I may need to do some off-camera stuff on a different map instead. Lewis, you'll know which map I'm... Well, 2 maps actually. Because I want to help Lewis with Letton, and I've volunteered to help with a different map that I think everybody's looking forward to that one. Suffice it to say, I'll know when Shamrock's in testing. And I'm looking forward to that. I normally break something. I didn't today. I've done well today. That said, something did break today in my house. We had this mirror that was on a suction cup in the bathroom. I heard a thump and a crash earlier today. I thought it was like a plastic thing falling and hitting a fork, and the fork started skittling along the ground. You know the way that forks do that. And no, it was actually the mirror in the bathroom that had fallen and decided to smash itself. Everybody loves suicidal mirrors. When did this map come out? If you're looking for a new UK map that will 110% tide you over until Shamrock Valley releases, if you're looking forward to Shamrock, of course, which you should be, this is a map for you. This is a really good map that is... Can anyone say the name of this map? Massey's gonna shout at me. I'm gonna try and pronounce it. Gwenddwr. How much is Massey gonna shout at me? If he's even here. Map link is in the description, by the way, if you want to give it a download. And in big farm sim news that maybe you've seen, maybe you haven't, I don't know, I don't care, I'm going to promote it anyway. Oxygen David put out the trailer for Shamrock Valley today, and it's stunning. That's the only word for it. It's stunning, and I can't wait to play the snot out of it. Massey's very defensive of Welsh names. Well, he lives in Wales, so he would be. I need to rate this map, actually. I'm going to give it a 5-star rating. It's... yeah. This is a 5-star map. This is top class. Absolutely rivals Oxygen David, rivals Bullet Bill. There's very few maps out there that are better than this one. In my opinion, at least. And you guys know that I have a habit of being super picky with my mods and my maps in particular. This one is fantastic. I love it. There's a lot of interesting ideas. Pig Food Mixer is a particularly interesting idea to me, the way that he's done that. He's taken the script from the Pig Food Mixer. I use the Pig Food Star. I think it's the Pig Food Star script he's using. There is another Pig Food Mixer out there as well. But he's taken the script from that and he's tweaked it so that it'll work in the silo. And that's a really nice, interesting idea. But I say it's one of the best maps released today. Yeah, for sure. Granted, it's not the biggest map in the world. But it rivals any good map you can name. Hello, Glengar. Did you see Oxy's video today, Glengar, or have you not seen it yet? If you've not seen it yet, I want your reactions in chat. Go. Or even if you have seen it, I want reactions to that. Because that's a video you're going to want to watch. It stunned me into silence earlier. I did see what you said, Massey. Best one so far, could be better, but it's not bad. I at least tried. I mean, you gotta give me points for at least trying. Because, yeah, it's... I don't know how to pronounce W. Or 2 Ds in a row. I forgot to turn on glance on this map. GG, Dave. That's something I'll do next time I play it. Is turn on glance. You have no regrets. Yeah. Gwenddwr. I mean... Gwenddwr. Where did I get this map? It's on FSUK Steven. There's a link in the description of the stream. If you want to download it yourself. If you're on PC, play it away. If you're on console, I'm really sorry that you can't. It's a bit of a shame for you guys on console. It really is. Foxtrot, you know that the description joke is just a thing now, since I revealed that it was happening for weeks yesterday. So what I want to do on this map, in terms of animals, is I actually want to do pigs. It's going to be a different one. I want to do pigs on this map because I want to use the pig food mixer. And I like the fact that it's really kind of awkwardly out of the way. That's a plan. That's something that I tried on Oakfield and didn't really work. But I do like the fact that it's just kind of in an awkward position. So that you use it, but you don't really... You want to use it and you use it, but it's out of the way so that it's not something that you want to be using a lot. So you don't want too many pigs. How's my FPS on this map? There's my FPS on this map, Liz. That's not an overlay I put up. It is a live FPS counter from Farm Sim. This map is just well optimized. It's flawless. It is like you can see it dipping there. That's because there's just a bunch of stuff there. There's a bunch of stuff there. You're naturally gonna get a little bit of an FPS dip when there's a lot of stuff in view at once. And there's a lot of stuff with a lot of polys. I'm looking at it now. I can almost see the polys. Only part was the village. Are there 3 different tip points in this, actually? Or is it just the one tip point and 3 different triggers that are all merged into one? 3 different tip points. So trigger 1, which I'm in, should allow me to tip. Why is it not allowing me to tip? Camera collision's off, please. Because I'm not in tip trigger 1. Apparently. It won't let me tip. Do I need to turn this on or something? Annoyingly, the light switch doesn't work. Yeah, tip trigger 1 is supposed to be for wheat, but it doesn't seem to want to work. Check TV. There's nothing on the TV. Oh, that gate doesn't open. Like, tip trigger 1, tip trigger 1. And it's just not wanting to work for some reason. There's a graph on the wall. I've got 0 of everything. It's not gonna, like, show me anything right now. Well, I guess I'm gonna go put this into a thingy. Cheap money doesn't work. It should. So if we take this road here, we'll go down. Sometimes they're picking on the trailer used. Ah, it could be the trailer's the issue then. I might open up the map in G and see if the trigger's just a bit wonky. Maybe it's a bit high or a bit low. So I might rescale the trigger there and just basically all 3 triggers overlapping. Go to the panel on the opposite side of the TV. Okay, let's go in and do what Foxtrot said. TV panel here. I'm not sure what you're... Oh, the light switch does work. I think it's just the tip triggers are a bit weird. That's fine though. I'll fix it up tonight. I'll figure it out tonight and I'll get it working for the next stream. There will be a next stream most likely. Something's at open command panel. Yeah, left Alt G is command panel for creator tools. That's available anytime I'm on foot. That's why I ignored it. So if you're looking for the storage silo, it is... I'm just going to nip through this fence here. Right here, this is your storage. Your crop storage silo. It's quite small, and I know Chris for one... Why is this being so picky with this trailer? I know Chris missed it yesterday when he was looking at the map, but you can store crops here. He was of the opinion there was no crop storage. There is. It's just in a really kind of odd place, I want to say. And this is technically the main yard. So I'm actually going to relocate this to here. Have I seen the crop storage at the cow yard? I've heard there's a shed for crop storage down there, yeah. Is the stream ending? It will be very soon, Donald. Just looking at the timery now. We will be finishing quite soon. Not right now, but quite soon. Can I go in there? Nope, I gotta go around the long way. And what we're gonna do is we're gonna get the Fiat back onto... And I'm gonna call this a Fiat, because it's Fiat Red. I'm gonna get this onto the baler and actually bale up the straw. So as much as it's going to annoy people, this is a Fiat, even though it says New Holland. This, by the way, was made by John Deere 2450 if you're looking for it. It's on the mod hub, is in the Giants mod contest. Thoroughly recommend giving this tractor a look. Same maker as the Marshall trailers, the QM11 trailers that everybody uses. Or not everybody, but a lot of people use for smaller grain carting and smallish silage as well. They're pretty common in FS15. People seem to have gone off them. More stream time. Only a couple more minutes, Donald. Landy should be going into countdown in like 2-ish minutes. Find this out. So let's have a look at this crop storage down here. And see what Massey is so excited about. Friend of Max says, isn't he? Yes, he is, Glengar. You're correct. So let's have a look. Silage pit is here. Which means this is the grain storage at the cow yard, apparently. According to Massey. It's got a grain dryer as well. That's a nice little detail. Oh, I like this. Is there a switch over here somewhere for the grain dryer? Turns on the lights. Are they not animated? It'll be such a shame if they're not animated. Ah, I like that grain storage idea though, as a kind of a secondary grain storage for when the silo's full. And there is of course plenty of storage just around the map as well. Nope, that's not the way I want to go. Wouldn't be a stream of mine if I didn't get lost at least once. But these yards, they're actually fairly easy to get around. Because this is the first time I've been down this yard and really been using it. Fairly easy to get around. Not too difficult to get lost, but also not too easy. It's going to be your main crop storage. I prefer using the silos because they're less painful to empty. We have a New Holland D800 as a baler here today. Doesn't work with autoloaders, so be aware of that if you are going to use it. And that hay bale is now magically straw. Do I smoke? No. I did, but I'm quitting, which is why I've got Mr. Metal. I was going to call this Plastic Fantastic. It's almost entirely metal. The middle needs to be yellow. Well, I'm sorry for insulting you like that, Glengar. I think it's kind of nice in a matte red color, I'll be honest. The reason I'm using the D800 is because I actually quite like it. I don't use it much because it does require manual stacking, and it is a bit of a pain when you gotta manually stack bales, but overall it's a good baler. It's a good baler. I almost said vapor. Dang it, Bucko. It's a good baler in general. It works. Available on 4D Modding's Facebook page if you want this. D1000, D800. It's all kind of the one thing. CD is working on an autoload. I hope it comes soon, CD. That's all I'll say is, like, this does need an autoloader ASAP. Because it kind of diminishes its usefulness when you've got to manually stack everything. It finally has a nice specular, yeah. First few versions of this I saw when CD was sending me pictures. I wasn't overly impressed with them. I told him to basically change the specular and retexture it because it didn't look like it had any depth. I'm really glad that I did. I'm really glad that he took my advice. I may be an idiot, but I do know when a mod looks right and when a mod looks wrong. At the very least. And the initial versions of this I saw, or that beta that I saw, just looked wrong. It looks actually surprisingly good behind the Fiat. Like, the reds aren't quite matching, but they're very close to it. Yes, of course you agree I'm an idiot, Pedro, but at least I can drive the Radical. What county am I from? Tipperary. The best of the counties, the premier county. Let me know, guys, when Landy's on countdown so that I can wrap this up. He should be on countdown already for a few minutes, but I'm not seeing any word in chat. Which is slightly concerning and confusing. Pedro, the master lurker, who is enjoying the news. I've crashed two. I've crashed 1 out of 2 races. The second one I just spun. I missed the wall that time. And I finished first out of the 4 cars that didn't die. What about Cork? Second best county. Considering like half my family is from County Cork, I kind of am contractually obliged to say that. Landy is live. Thank you, Yanis. I'm going to wrap it up here, guys. It was an accident, but it wasn't a crash. It was a spin. Big difference. Crashes involve the car dying. I'm going to wrap it up here. I hope you've enjoyed this stream. Hope you enjoyed this map. You know, get your likes out for Harambe. And, yeah, if you haven't seen it yet, watch the Shamrock Valley teaser before you hit into Landy's stream, because I'm sure he's going to want to talk about that as well. I'll leave it here. If you enjoyed the stream, hit the like button. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. Dan knows what I just did. I've been RainbowDave. You've been watching Farming Simulator 17 on Gwenddwr, which, if I mumble it, might sound right. Until next time, stay safe and goodbye.